Hello, my name is Darren Campbell. I am the president of Namibia Critical Metals, Inc., and I'm here today to talk to you about our Lofdal heavy rare earth project and our emerging gold project portfolio in Namibia. Some standard disclaimers on our forward-looking statements for this presentation. NMI is traded on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol NMI. Also listings on the OTC in the US and Frankfurt exchanges. Our head office is based in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and we have operations offices based in Windhoek, Namibia. Total shares issued and outstanding are just over 188 million and fully diluted 208 million. Insider ownership group makes up about 65% of issued and outstanding. The team of Namibia Critical Metals has a strong record of project generation and development within Africa, dating back to our predecessor company called Etruscan Resources. Our founders, Jerry McConnell and Don Burton, successfully discovered, developed, put into production, and sold 3 gold mines in West Africa. That sale of Etruscan Resources was to Endeavour Mining in 2011. Endeavour Mining, as you know, is one of the largest gold companies in West Africa. I joined the company in 2017 as the CFO, and just in April of this year became president after the retirement of one of our founders, Don Burton. Our Vice President of Exploration, Dr. Reiner Elmies, has been with the company for the last 7 or 8 years and runs all of our in-country management. And provides all technical expertise of all of our projects in Namibia. Reiner has a very impressive resume of greenfield discovery over the last decade in Namibia, including discovery of our Lofdal rare earth project, some copper, cobalt, and Tantalum, Niobium discoveries in Namibia. We also have a pretty deep bench of technical advisors, both on the metallurgy side for our Lofdal rare earth project and geological consultants. In addition, we also have a very highly capable geotechnical team working on the ground in Namibia. Namibia has been a fantastic jurisdiction to work in, and we've been there since the 2008, dating back to our Etruscan Resources days. It has excellent infrastructure. It is very politically and socially stable. It's a strong rule of law, and it's very mining friendly. There is a long history of mining in Namibia, and exploration companies such as ourselves benefit greatly by the strong support of the Geological Survey of Namibia. A little bit of highlight of our milestones of the company since its inception. As I mentioned, Namibia Critical Metals, as we were previously known, Namibia Rare Earths, was born as a spin-out of a sale of Etruscan Resources to Endeavour Mining back in 2011. With that spin-out, Namibia Rare Earths did a $28 million IPO and went about developing a heavy rare earth project known as Lofdal. And we believe that now we have developed and advanced that project to be one of the top 3 heavy rare earth deposits in the world. Some of the highlights of how we've gotten there. In 2012, the company issued its maiden 43-101 resource on Lofdal, which had a total resource of about 6.2 million tons of heavy rare earth oxide. Shortly thereafter, in 2014, the company issued its first PEA on Lofdal. Some of the highlights from that 2014 PEA include a 1,500 ton per annum of trio production, a total capex of 175 million US, a net present value of 240 million with a pre-tax IRR of 53%. In 2018, the company did a strategic acquisition of a portfolio of critical metal projects in Namibia from one of the larger private mining groups in Namibia called Gecko Namibia Pty. Gecko Namibia is now our largest shareholder with about a 43% holdings of NMI. And that portfolio of critical metal projects included a wide range of metals and elements such as copper, cobalt, tantalum, niobium, nickel, and gold. And we've been working our way through those projects for the last 2 years. Probably the biggest highlight and milestone achieved by the company was in January of last year. We secured a joint venture partner in an agreement with JOGMEC, which is the Japan Oil, Gas and Metals National Corporation. Hugely monumental deal for us and a true company maker, we believe, in and of itself. During the first year of our relationship with JOGMEC, we completed a 16,000 meter drill program and have done quite a bit of metallurgical analysis in our first year. In April 1st, just a few weeks ago, the JOGMEC officially announced that they were moving on to term 2 of that joint venture agreement and accelerated expenditures on the program. And we expect to have an updated 43-101 resource report on Lofdal in a few weeks. In addition, we are now starting to turn our attention on the exploration side of things to advancing our gold portfolio in Namibia, which I will discuss a little later on. This slide gives you an overview of our land package. As I mentioned, dating back to our Etruscan Resources days, we are one of the longest established and largest exploration companies in Namibia. We have a current land package of about 6,000 square kilometers. As you'll see by this map, our Lofdal heavy earth project is here in the central part of this map near the town of Curaçao. We have a large portfolio of projects up in the Kunini region, which are mostly our battery element projects such as Cobalt, Tantalum, Niobium, light rare earths, and copper. And then we have about 2,000 square kilometer land package of 3 gold projects in this emerging Central Namibian Gold Belt, which I will discuss shortly. So as you can see, we have a large pipeline of projects in the company, but the near-term corporate objectives are to continue to develop with JOGMEC our Lofdal program through feasibility to production. And on the exploration side, to demonstrate the gold potential at our 3 gold tenements, Grootfontein, Erongo, and Otjiwarongo. So just to give a little bit more clarity and color on our JOGMEC and our Lofdal project, who is JOGMEC? JOGMEC is the Japan Oil and Gas Metals National Corporation. They have an annual budget of about $17 billion US with a mandate to secure critical commodity supplies for Japanese industry. JOGMEC, about a decade ago, did a joint venture agreement with an Australian company called Lynas to secure light rare earths. And they have funded Lynas and the Lynas project to the tune of about $250 million US to, again, secure that light rare earth supply for Japanese industry. JOGMEC has now identified our company and our Lofdal project as having the potential to be a significant supplier of dysprosium for Japanese industry for the next decade. So why Lofdal and why our small project? This slide highlights what we believe is a clear competitive advantage to other more larger, well-known rare earth storage projects throughout the world. And I'll highlight just two major points. So 2 of the more well-known and larger projects, Mount Weld and Mountain Pass. These are very, very large projects, but primarily light rare earths, and a big distinction. So these large projects have to produce about 20,000 tons of rare earth oxide per year, and due to their mineralogy, can only produce about 50 tons of dysprosium. With Lofdal, due to our mineralogy, which is a simple xenotime mineralogy, we can produce 150 tons of dysprosium with only 1,500 tons of rare earth oxide run-of-mine. And we expect to double that after this 43-101 resource report comes out. So huge competitive advantage at a much smaller scale. Sorry. Some of the developments highlights for the first year of our operation with JOGMEC in I'll go through this quickly. So the joint venture partnership with JOGMEC calls for them to spend $20 million to earn a 50% interest in the project, and they can elect to purchase an additional 1% for $5 million cash. They also have first right to fully fund through to production and have all offtake at market prices. The company can elect, our company can elect to participate through to commercial production at our 49% interest, or be diluted down to a carried working interest of no less than 26%. So some of the highlights the first year, as I said, we completed 16,000 meters of drilling in the first year. In end of November, we announced that we've successfully extended the strike length of the PEA deposit by 60%, and we've established our first satellite deposit known as Area 2B. Early January, we put out another press release confirming that we did in fact have multiple dysprosium zones in our satellite deposit of Area 2B. And very important development, in end of January, we received notification from the Department of Mines and Energy in Namibia that they were going to be granting approval of a mining license that we submitted back in 2016. We expect to have that official license issued imminently. It's just waiting on some environmental clearance certificate renewals, which are pending, but very, very consequential. In addition, February 1st, we issued another press release stating our final drill results in Area 2B, which proved that we do have a district scale project here of heavy earths at Lofdal. And then another big announcement on April 1st, our JOGMEC partner officially elected to move on to term 2 of the joint venture agreement, and increased and accelerated the exploration budgets for term 2. And that's our very successful term 1 project with our JOGMEC partner, and we're very excited about continuing on in term 2 with them. Quick highlight of some of our emerging gold exploration targets. So there is this really exciting emerging central gold district with about 6 million ounces of gold produced in the last number of years from primarily 2 mines. B2 Gold's Otjikoto mine in the north here, and the Novichok QKR mine in the south. Recently, another Canadian junior by the name of Osina Resources just announced a maiden resource on a pretty exciting discovery they have here at Twin Hill. We have 3 land packages along this gold belt. The first one is Irongo, which is about 10 kilometers north of Twin Hill and 30 kilometers north of Novichok, along strike between them and B2 Gold's property. We haven't done a lot on this yet, other than a little bit of initial soil sampling, but it's something we want to get to work on fairly soon. We also just were granted a very large EPL here in the central part of this strike zone that we want to get to work on this fall. The initial focus for us has been on this large package in the north called Grootfontein. This is a highly underexplored area that we have been working on the ground now for the last number of months. We've done extensive geochem, geosoil, soil sampling, ground IP, geophysics, some drone surveys, and we have a helicopter-borne EM survey that's due to begin on May 6th. We're doing about 2,000 line kilometers of that EM survey along here, and we're developing some really exciting drill targets. And we plan to implement a small RC drilling program in early June on this program. So very excited about these early stage gold projects in this emerging gold belt in Namibia. So just in summary, we believe we have some really advanced exploration targets that are almost drill ready and in this emerging gold belt in a tier 1 mining jurisdiction. We have a proven track record of successful gold exploration in Africa. We have a fully qualified project team in place on the ground right now in Namibia. Our major joint venture is secured on our flagship project through to production, which allows us to turn our attention and funds to advancing our gold projects and our other portfolio. And we believe that our shareholders will benefit from a two-pronged news flow over the next year, both from our gold projects as well as our continued advancement and development of our Lofdal heavy earth project. So we believe we have the right tenements, the right team in the right place at the right time. Thank you for your time.